government prioritizes awareness campaigns instead of taking action against those guilty of food adulteration. Food safety campaign to be conducted to aware consumers. Brett Kavanaugh, who has been nominated for a vacant post on the Supreme Court in US by Donald Trump, emphatically denies allegations of sexual assault. And ANFA to reschedule a division league after 2 preliminary matches. League matches to be rescheduled due to Nepal's progress at the Bangabandhu Gold Cup. Let us begin with the latest national political updates. Lawmakers of the ruling Nepal Communist Party had collected signatures to impeach Justice nominee Deepak Raj Joshi, who was earlier deemed unfit by the Parliamentary Hearing Committee. However, the impeachment process has been stalled as top leaders of the ruling party itself have differing opinions on the issue. Lawmakers of the ruling Nepal Communist Party have opined the Chief Justice Reject is unfit to lead the judiciary due to several of the controversial decisions made in the past and that his academic credentials are questionable. Lawmakers at the Parliamentary Hearing Committee had even demanded for an impeachment motion against Joshi if he did not resign. The number of signatures required to initiate the impeachment has been collected. However, the ruling party prefers that Joshi resigns himself rather than publicly castrating him through the impeachment motion.
महाभियोग भनिसकेपछि त्यसबाट फर्किन मिल्दैन फेरि महाभियोग भन्ने बित्तिकै उहाँ भोलि निलम्बनमा गइहाल्छ झन् उहाँलाई हामीले केही ग्रेस टाइम दिइरहेका छौं यो कुरा उहाँले बुझिरहनु भएको छैन उहाँले के मलाई धम्क्याउनला होला भन्ने ठान्नु भएको छ उहाँलाई किन धम्क्याउने संसदले उहाँलाई किन धम्क्याउँछ उहाँलाई धम्क्याउने उहाँसँग झगडा गर्ने हैन नि त संसदको काम त संसदको काम आफ्नो काम अगाडि बढाउँछ तर त्यो अगाडि बढाउनु भन्दा पहिले सम्बन्धित व्यक्तिले पनि सोचुन् भनेर हामीले पर्याप्त समय दिएका छौं हेर्छौं हामी 1-2 दिन के हुन्छ.
Despite majority of the lawmakers standing against Joshi to resume office due to the lack of concrete agreement within the party's leadership, the impeachment motion has not gained momentum.
संसदीय सुनाई समितिले अस्वीकृत गरिसकेपछि हैन अब मोरल्ली उहाँले वास्तै राय नदिनु पर्ने अब अस्वीकृत गर्नु ठीक थियो कि थिएन के थियो कसो थियो हैन त्यसमा आफ्नो विषय हुनुहुन्छ धारणाहरु फरक फरक हुन सक्छन् हैन हाम्रो पार्टी भित्र नि विभिन्न मान्छेहरु विभिन्न धारणा होला अलग-अलग पार्टी अलग धारणा होला.
Nepal Communist Party Chairman duo Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli and Pushpa Kamal Dahal have not issued any official statements on the issue either. The ruling party does have the 2/3 mandate required to instigate and endorse the impeachment motion. And moving on, the ruling Nepal Communist Party's influential leader Madhav Kumar Nepal openly criticized the government at the parliament yesterday. At the meeting of the House of Representatives, Leader Nepal criticized the government for its inability to control the rising cases of rape, murder and acid attacks in recent times.
संस्थाहरु तर त्यही हिसाबले मूल्याङ्कन गरियोस् होइन भने जम्मै ठाउँमा त्यस्तै व्यक्तिले प्रमोसन पाउने प्रमोट हुने संस्था यो देशमा अरु कोही योग्य सक्छ मान्छे छँदै नछाइ भए जस्तो तिनै व्यक्तिलाई रहिकन जिम्मेवारी सुम्पिनुको पछाडीको कारण के भन्ने प्रश्न उठ्यो भने जवाफ के दिने जवाफ के पनि छैन. त्यसुनाले मान्छे भन्न थाल्यो कतै त्यस्तैको अब बिगी हुने त होइन. त्यसुनाले सरकार यसमा सतर्क बनोस्.
Nepal also went on to criticize the government's sluggish performance and suggested that the government should take the people's mandate seriously before it was too late. And time now for a short break. For more news, to stay with us. The emergency ward of any hospital is a sensitive unit where patients are rushed for immediate and appropriate treatments. However, the wards at majority of the big hospitals are found to be run by junior doctors lacking experience. This is the work schedule at Bir Hospital's emergency ward. There are a total of 41 staff deployed in this ward, including senior doctors, junior doctors and volunteers. However, majority of the patients are left at the hands of volunteers and fresh MBBS graduates, since senior doctors and specialists hardly pay a visit. Now, despite the seriousness of the issue, the administration at Bir Hospital considers the absence of senior doctors as nothing extraordinary. This is not just the case of Bir Hospital. A majority of the hospitals that run MBBS programs have a similar story to narrate. If hospitals continue ignoring the situation, unfortunate incidents are inevitable. It is necessary that hospitals improve their image by making specialist doctors available around the clock to attend to emergency patients. And moving on, based on the passport bill registered at the Parliament initially, only those lawmakers who have to travel abroad for government works were allowed to use diplomatic passports. However, the Parliament has now added a special purpose clause in the bill that allows parliamentarians, members of the Provincial Assembly and Chief of Sub-Metropolises to use the diplomatic red passport as well. The bill was approved by the Parliament on Wednesday, paving way for all the parliamentarians at the centre and provinces to avail themselves of red passports. These officials can get a red passport in exchange for an official letter by any government unit citing special visit. The provision is expected to ease the process of obtaining diplomatic passports. There was an outrage among the public in the past after lawmakers were found selling diplomatic passports. In order to curb such misuse, the Parliament had even issued a bill with stricter measures. According to the Department of Passport, the machine-readable passport introduced in 2010 also helped control the misuse of these passports. However, it cannot be said that the passports would not be misused in the future. Since passports are directly connected to the reputation of a country, it is imperative on the part of the government to better manage its provision and check on its uses. And it's time now for the international update. The man nominated for a vacant post on the U.S. Supreme Court by Donald Trump emphatically denied allegations of sexual assault. Brett Kavanaugh told the Senate Judiciary Committee his confirmation process had become a disgrace. He accused Democratic senators of destroying his family and his good name for political reasons. Earlier, Christine Blasey Ford said that an assault by Kavanaugh 36 years ago had drastically affected her life. Ford told the committee that the alleged event had left her afraid and ashamed. President Donald Trump has now said that the Senate must vote on Kavanaugh's confirmation to the Supreme Court. The 9-member Supreme Court plays a vital role in U.S. political life as it has the final say on the U.S. law. This includes highly contentious social issues such as abortion and challenges to the government policies. The Senate Judiciary Committee must vote on Kavanaugh's confirmation before it goes to the full Senate for a vote there. The committee is scheduled to vote today, but its chairman, Republican Senator Chuck Grassley, has left open the possibility of a further delay. All 10 Democratic senators on the committee have called on President Trump to immediately withdraw Kavanaugh's nomination. Republicans want their nominee in place before midterm elections next month when they could lose their 51-49 control of the Senate. Any confirmation of Judge Kavanaugh could also affect female voters in November. The confirmation of Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas in 1991, despite allegations of sexual harassment, fueled the rise of a new generation of female politicians in elections the following year. Now, India's top court has ruled adultery is no longer a criminal offence. The 158-year-old colonial-era law said any man who had sex with a married woman without the permission of her husband was guilty of the criminal act of adultery. It is not clear how many men have been prosecuted under the law since its inception, as there is no data available. A petitioner had challenged the law, saying it was arbitrary and discriminated against men and women. This is the second colonial-era law struck down by the Supreme Court this month. It also overturned a 157-year-old law which effectively criminalized gay sex in India. While reading out the judgment on adultery, Chief Justice Deepak Mishra said that while it could be grounds for civil issues like divorce, it cannot be a criminal offence. India's ruling BJP government had opposed the petition, insisting that adultery should remain a criminal offence. A government counsel told the court that diluting adultery laws would impact the sanctity of marriages and making adultery legal would hurt marriage bonds, adding that Indian ethos gave paramount importance to the institution and sanctity of marriage. And we have more news coming up, but right now it's time for yet another short break. There is a lack of proper and managed bus park in the capital Birendranagar of Karnali province. Buses are parked everywhere in a haphazard manner. A temporary bus park at Birendranagar is narrow and ill-managed. The bus park, which was to be made by the local level government, has been under construction for a long time now. In this context, we had asked the locals and entrepreneurs regarding what they think should be done to better manage the bus park in Birendranagar. In our Public Voice segment, let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
नगरपालिकाले आश्वासन मात्रै दिन्छ यो बनाउने यसमा चाहिने कार्यान्वयन गर्ने यताउता गर्ने केही पनि पहल गर्दैन
बस पार्क अझ चौडा र अझ ठुलो बनाउन आवश्यक मैले देखाएको छु
बाटो सानो भएकाले अथवा यो बस पार्कहरु साना हुँदाखेरि यसरी मान्छेहरुलाई ठोक्ने दुर्घटना हुने सम्भावना बढी हुन्छ
बस पार्क एकदमै साँघुरो भएको कारणले गर्दाखेरि यहाँ बसहरु राम्रोसँग व्यवस्थापन गर्नको लागि एकदमै कठिनाइ भएको छ
सुर्खेतमा नगरपालिका छ कि छैन जस्तो लाग्छ भएको भए यस्तो अवस्था हुन्थेन यही बाटो हाकिम साहब मेयर साहब सधैँ हिँड्नुहुन्छ
वर्षौंदेखि नाली व्यवस्थित भइरहेका छन् यो बस पार्क पनि व्यवस्थित भइरहेको छ जति जना आउँछन् यो खाल्डोमा खस्छन् कति जनालाई उठाउनु पर्छ कतिका मोटरसाइकल खस्छन् तर यो नगरपालिकाले पनि हेर्दैन
सुर्खेतको बजारको बारेमा के गरिरहेछ यहाँको नगरपालिका छैन कि अथवा केही छ कि यस्तो समस्या बोलिरहेछ
अव्यवस्थित रूपमा चाहिँ गाडी पार्किङहरु गरिरहेका हुन्छन् अनि क्यूहरु चाहिँ नभएका गाडीहरु चाहिँ ल्याएर चाहिँ यहाँ बस पार्कमा पार्क गरेर राखेका छन्
And time now for business news. The government is to initiate a year-long food safety campaign after finding increasing cases of adulteration in consumer goods and unhealthy food during its tests. However, questions have been raised if the campaign would be limited to mere slogans in the absence of stern actions against those involved in food adulteration. The study conducted by the Department of Food Technology and Quality Control has found that imported drinks and domestically manufactured oil, milk and water to be unhealthy. The report has noted of increasing adulteration in oil, and most of the water branded and sold as purified are not suitable for consumption without boiling as well. A test conducted by the department a few weeks ago had found the presence of coliform in the milk produced by the Dairy Development Corporation and other private dairies as well. However, the government was not able to take action against any of these producers or importers. Instead of taking action, the government is to conduct the consumer awareness and monitoring campaign, citing increasing compromise with quality of consumer goods. There are different entities under the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development and the Ministry of Industries, Commerce and Supplies to monitor the market and ensure quality of goods and services. However, such entities have been refraining from effective monitoring under various pretexts. This is also why the stakeholders are doubting if the government's year-long campaign is to be limited to slogans. Conducting a campaign to aware the consumers is positive. However, such programs will hold no meaning if the government will not take legal actions against those compromising with the quality of consumer goods and the health as well. With that, we'll move on to our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And your question for today is, why have leaders from Nepal Communist Party themselves criticized the government? Your options are A, government's failure, B, grievance due to lack of position, and C, democratic exercise. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. With that, it's now time for the sports update.
Sports news.
The All Nepal Football Association, ENFA, has decided to postpone the A-Division League after two initial matches, taking into account the upcoming Bangabandhu Gold Cup in Bangladesh. Organizing a press conference yesterday, the League Committee of ENFA informed that the matches scheduled after 30th of September have been postponed until another date is fixed. Based on the information made public by ENFA, the inaugural match will see Tribhuvan Army take on New Road team NRT on the 29th of September, while the second match will be played between Sankata and Saraswati Club the next day. ENFA has informed that the dates of other matches are to be finalized based on the progress of Nepal at the Bangabandhu tournament. Based on previous decision, 14 teams are to participate at the league. ENFA has also informed that South Asia Regional Development Officer Prince Ruffer will attend the inauguration ceremony of the A-Division League. Now, before we wrap up, here's a look at the top stories once again. Impeachment motion against Chief Justice reject. Deepak Raj Joshi hangs in a limbo. Divided opinions at the Nepal Communist Party leadership on the impeachment issue. Government prioritizes awareness campaigns instead of taking action against those guilty of food adulteration. Food safety campaign to be conducted to aware consumers. Brett Kavanaugh, who has been nominated for a vacant post on the Supreme Court in US by Donald Trump, emphatically denies allegations of sexual assault. And ANFA to reschedule A-Division League after 2 preliminary matches. League matches to be rescheduled due to Nepal's progress at Bangabandhu Gold Cup. And that's all for the moment. Our next English bulletin will be at 11 this morning. Keep watching Kantipur TV HD for more news and entertainment. Have a great day ahead.